Hey, there we are. I had some technical difficulties there for a second. I'm gonna move my little thumbnail map up so I know where I'm going. Okay, so I people with agoraphobia and so forth. I'm borderline that. Basically, too tired to go out. Anxiety, all that bullshit. Oh, and I just moved, guys, to a new area, which was probably ill-advised, but God actually guided me on this move. And anyway, so I went on a run at a new place, and it's always scary going to a new environment. And I really underestimated moving just after the death of one of the closest people in my family, and the disastrous impact that had on me and contributed to brain fog. And brain fog brought me my depression or anxiety back, and then it sort of all just went into a downward spiral, which it can do. I'm trying to elevate myself into an upward spiral at this moment, and it's okay to use medication as a bridge, in my opinion. By the way, it's very exciting that Tropical Smoothie Cafe, I always thought it was very high sugar, and it is, but you can customize your juices or your smoothies. So this is actually an avocado smoothie with zero fruit. It's coconut and different things like that. So I'm gonna be working on my diet and all that, and meditation, and God and everything else, and working on my app and so forth. Hold on, I'm about to get in an accident, so let me just concentrate on backing my truck up first. Okay. But what I wanted to do was shoot a video to talk about some of my recent successes, because it's been very hard. And I want to resonate with you. I want to level with you on some stuff. You're not alone. And whether you have anxiety, you're new to it, or you're a veteran. I really underestimated how hard it was going to be. Like being out of my being out of my comfort zone. I thought they were turning, and they weren't. So, but it took me years to establish a comfort zone in South Carolina, and I really, really, really enjoyed it there. And I really wish we could go back, but I can't. But I'm in a more familiar and familial area, closer to family and older friends, so it is more conducive to a healing environment, and I'm much more happy in our vicinity. So I think over time, I'm going to be okay. But let's move on from that. I drove to the mall. Granted, it's only 13 minutes away from my house, but I feel very calm, and I'm taking tianeptine, a half a 25 sulfate twice a day, and a low dose Klonopin, which, I don't like, but it's serving me as a bridge. I've come off of it before with no problems, or I had some problems, but I'm gonna be just telling you, from my experience. Like, I've gone on and off meds, and meds aren't the devil. This isn't about medication. Would I be out here right now, pushing myself, being able to make some of these changes that are going to improve my brain functioning without this medication? To be honest with you, probably not. Do I feel like a failure for that? Yeah, I kind of do. I've known a lot of people that overcome this stuff naturally, without needing meds, but I'm just not one of those channels. That's not what I'm about. I'm all about doing that if you can do that, and I wish I had known things back then that I know now, but it is what it is, and I'm willing to use anything that I can find to get my life back. But also being very aware that there is issues with tolerance and so forth or whatever, but I've never really had that issue for myself. So okay, so I have yesterday I was really nervous, because lately what it is for me is I've been feeling physically sick. Okay, so I've been feeling like it's really tired and flu-like, and this was way before meds, so don't be leaving comments all about med. Well, I meant benzo, but I've been just feeling not well, a lot of stress, and I'm learning how to relax and try to find myself and reinvent myself with God as my guide, and also met a good friend that I've been teleconferencing with that's been very helpful, and I think he's sort of like a counselor in a way, and I'm helping him with some of his stuff, but I have to, it's all about balance, and I'm very fortunate and I'm very blessed, and a lot of times we just look at all the bad stuff and how terrible we feel, but we really need to wake up in the morning and give thankfulness to God about the things that we do have, and sometimes even thank Him for our troubles and the fact that they're going to help elevate us in the future. And I know that's easier said than done, and I go in and out, and I don't feel great right now. I'm very tired and pretty foggy, but it's not as bad as it has been in the past. So, but stress and life change, moving, death in the family, depression, bankruptcies, or anything like that, major life events, losing a job, they can all trigger stress responses that are very much you can very overdo it, which I did. So went out to the beach yesterday. I was very tired, but once I got in the water, felt feeling really good. And then from there, even though I was tired, we were able to go out, get some fish tacos. Sorry, I got the windows down because it feels great outside. Hope you can hear me. And then we went out and saw, just went and saw a couple things, and it was really nice to get out. And a few nights before that, we did the same thing. We went downtown Norfolk and just sort of walked around and felt alive. And I really was uncomfortable. I was extremely uncomfortable in doing so. I didn't want to. But once I got out there, I felt a lot better. Medication definitely helping, loosen me up a bit and helping with my mood. So anyway, for what it's worth, I've got good and bad. I was like, I didn't want to leave the house today, but I just forced myself to do it, and I went out, and it wasn't really that bad. It wasn't bad at all. So, but I know that if I don't push myself a little bit, that it's going to get really bad. So, but if you push yourself too hard, like my family went to the aquarium, which was outside of my comfort zone, 45-minute drive. At this current moment, if I had pushed myself to do that, I could have gotten a really hairy situation, because one of my biggest fears is kind of not being able to get home because of my fatigue, that I'm so tired that I just really can't, I won't find my way back. I feel very uncomfortable in a new environment. I also don't like that if someone else drives me somewhere, because then I feel like I can't leave. I'm on their time. So the only time I'm really comfortable going out is either if I'm driving by myself or if I'm with my wife. So there's a lot of things that I have to overcome, but I do start Christian counseling next week, and trying different supplements, different things like that, and continuing to move forward and really just trying to make a difference and celebrating those small differences. It's very easy to be burdened and feel terrible about yourself when you're on social media and you're seeing other people doing all these things, and you're like, why? I'm a young, healthy person. Why can't I be out celebrating my life? Why can't I be at that place like they're doing? And that's just going to further your stress. And so anyway, just know that it's natural to have stress, and sometimes we do go back and just try to remember the good times, and things will get better. And God bless you guys. I'm going to put the windows down and blast some music on the rest of my ride home. All right, thanks. God bless. Gotta get off on this exit.